नसल्ली अला रसूलिल करीम अम्मा बाद अऊज़ु बिल्लाहि मिनश शैतानिर रजीम बिस्मिल्लाहिर रहमानिर रहीम इन्ना अंज़लना फी लैलतुल क़द्र मा अदराका मा लैलतुल क़द्र खैरुम मिन अल्फ़ि शहर तनज़्ज़लुल मलाइकतु वर्रूह फ़ीहा बिइज़्नि रब्बिहिम मिन कुल्लि अम्रिन सलाम हिय हत्ता मतलइल फ़ज्र इन्नल्लाह व मलाइकतहु युसल्लूना अलन नबी या अय्युहल्लज़ीना आमनु सल्लु अलैहि वसल्लिमु तस्लीमा अल्लाहुम्मा सल्लि अला मुहम्मदिन अब्दिका व रसूलिका सल्लि अलल मुमिनीना वल मुमिनात वल मुस्लिमीना वल मुस्लिमात. We are in the last days of our Ramadan. So Laylatul Qadr, we are among the nights of Ramadan. There is one called Laylatul Qadr, a single of a great blessing, a night of a great blessing. The Quran Kareem describe it as being greater in blessing, blessedness and reward than 1,000 months, which means that it is greater than 83 years and 4 months. Fortunate is that person who gets the full blessing of this night by spending it in ibadah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because he has then earned reward for the ibadah of 83 years and 4 months, and even more. Indeed, the granting of this night to Muslim is a great favor. In hadith reported by Ans Raziallahu Ta'ala Anhu, Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is reported to have said, Laylatul Qadr was given to my Ummah and not to any other Ummah. Before this, many reasons for the granting of Laylatul Qadr have been mentioned. One reason, according to some hadith, is given that the Rasulullah used to look at the longer lives of the earlier people and was saddened over the shorter lives of his own ummah. If his ummah had wished to compete with the people before them in the doing of good deeds, because of their shorter lives, it would be impossible for them to either copy or beat them. To cover up for this difference in their shorter lives, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in His countless mercy, gave them this night of great blessing. This means that if any fortunate person of this ummah spent during his lifetime 10 such nights in the worship of Allah Jalla Jalaluhu, he have earned the reward for the ibadah of 830 years and even more. Rasulullah Sallallahu once related to the Sahaba Rizwanullah alayhim ajmain the story of a very pious man from the Bani Israel who used to spend 1,000 months in jihad. And hearing this, the Sahaba invite that person because they could not get the same reward, whereupon Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala granted them Laylatul Qadr, the night of power. Our Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam once mentioned the names of 4 most pious people from amongst the Bani Israel who each spent 80 years in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's sincere ibadah, worshipping Him and not sinning at all. They were Nabi Ayub alayhi salam, Zakaria alayhi salam, Hazkeel alayhi salam, and Yahya and Yusha alayhi salam. The Sahaba Rizwanullahi alayhim ajmain heard this with astonishment. Then Jibreel alayhi salam appeared and recited Surah Qadr, which I have recited in the start. With the blessing of this night was revealed. This is a great favor and gift of Allah to make lots of ibadah, and this night is also a blessing from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. How wonderful are those pious saints who didn't miss the ibadah of even one Laylatul Qadr since from a young age. Now, as to which night it is, approximately 50 different views of the ulamas were mentioned. The numerous benefits of this night are mentioned in many books of hadith. Quran Majid itself mentions the night in Surah Qadr, of which we shall begin with the short commentary. Inna anzalna fi laylatul qadr. In the name of Allah, the beneficent and merciful, we have indeed revealed this message in the night of power, Suratul Qadr. This is the first ayat of Suratul Qadr. On this special night, the Quran was sent down from the Lawhul Mahfuz, the preserved tablet in a special place above the heavens, to the heavens above the earth. A great book like Quran Kareem being revealed on this night is sufficient to explain its excellence, not to mention all its other blessings and virtues. In the very next verse, a question is asked, وَمَا أَدْرَاكَ مَا لَيْلَةُ الْقَدْرِ, and what will explain to you what the night of power is. In other words, the question asked here is, how you any knowledge as to the greatest and the great importance of this night? Have you any knowledge as to the greatness and the great importance of this night? Have you any knowledge as to great favor and gift that are placed in it? May Allah bless us the all virtues of Ramadan to everybody. Wa akhiru da'wan alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen.